Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I posted on there Wednesday, what happens on Wednesday. Now, before we go to Wednesday, I want to talk to you as a viewer of this. I want to say thank you very, very much for watching. You guys are making a dream come true. I really appreciate that. The likes and the subscriptions and the comments and everything like that have been amazing. I've gotten people who have messaged me through instant messenger and all that kind of stuff, and you have no idea how happy that makes me. Uh, Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, switching gears, going to Wednesday. Why do I think Wednesday is going to be a big day? I think because for those of you who don't know, there's going to be a documentary that's going to be dropping on Netflix. It's going to be a 6-part documentary on Vince McMahon. Now, as somebody who's been a fan of wrestling for multiple decades, one of the things I'm really kind of worried about is that people are going to jump off the wrestling bandwagon because, number one, it's a polarizing sport as it is. A lot of people don't want their kids to watch it. A lot of people don't want to be associated with it as it is. And then to have a documentary that's going to expose, I think, a lot of negative and dark stuff that's happened in the WWE. I have a feeling that it's going to be, it could be a very tricky substance to be able to talk about. Now, I haven't been living under a rock. I haven't thought that Vince McMahon is the most clean cut person in the entire world. There's been numerous books, numerous documentaries about him. The only thing that's different is that they haven't had the light that Netflix can shine on something. Netflix is very, very powerful. A lot of people have Netflix. It's also, worldwide. So, what do I expect from this documentary? I expect it to be a very eye-opening. I'm hoping that I'll show like what he has done for the business and what he did from taking it from, the dark side all the way to what it is now. Because now it's mainstream. A lot of the catchphrases you hear even on television, that kind of stuff. There's not one aspect that wrestling doesn't really touch in media, whether people want to acknowledge it or not. One of the things that I am very excited about is to see, it's 6 parts. And from what I understand, Vince McMahon was very much behind this. He wanted it to happen, but then the allegations started popping out. And if you know anything about Vince McMahon, you know that he doesn't want to be seen in a negative light, right? So I think that he tried to kill it once he got back with the WWE after he retired the first time because of the allegations. But then when he came back and he sold to TKO and to the UFC and everything, I think what ended up happening was is that he tried to kill it, but they said, no, we're going to let it go. He officially stepped down. He stepped down for good. And I think that that's what's going to help WWE go through this is that they're already going to try to distance themselves and say, hey, that was him. That was the past. That was a different era. This is a new era. This is the era that we're going to be a part of. So I'm hoping that that happens. Now, I say this, and I don't want it to be misconstrued. I'm a fan of what Vince McMahon has done for the business. I'm hoping that this doesn't skew my view of all of that. I don't think that it's going to stop me from being a wrestling fan, obviously, but it could make me look at some of the wrestlers that I looked up to as heroes. That may come to light. I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm hoping that it's Vince McMahon, but we all have a past. Some of us not as great as others, So I'm hoping against hope that it's a really good documentary. I'm hoping that it sucks more people in, knowing that we have changed that the culture is different, and seeing that it's more fan base friendly and family friendly, really. So that's why I have my little Vince McMahon right here. He I don't know. I think after that 6-1, it's going to be a kind of a rocky road. One of the things I would like to do is if you guys would comment and tell me, I would like to kind of watch them and then review them one episode at a time. What I'd really like you to do is comment and tell me whether or not you'd like to review it one video at a time. One of the things I would like to try to do is, break it down, digest it. I mean, six series, even if they're only an hour long, that's 6 hours of, a lot of information coming at you. So I'd like to do that. Now, That happens on Wednesday. And from what I understand, they're all dropping all at the same time. So if you want to binge watch them, you can binge watch them. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try to watch them little by little, and then give my review, give my take on it, and hopefully find out what your take is. Now, if you are looking for a more wholesome documentary, Peacock right now, there's a 24 series, and the most recent one's on Damian Priest. Now, I've watched this now twice, and talk about a guy from going from the gutter all the way up to the penthouse. That is him. He has worked his butt off, and if he is somebody that you watched here on a weekly basis, you'll see that he puts in the time, he puts in the effort, he puts in the work. He has really, really, really come from obscurity, all the way up to where he is now. I actually got a chance to see him at ROH when he was right outside of St. Louis. He was coming up. He was, I want to say, Punisher Martinez or something. But anyway, he hadn't even gotten the ROH World Title yet. Like, he was still working on that kind of scene. So it's really cool. Me personally, being able to see him from the Indies all the way up to, being a huge portion of WrestleMania. As you know, this past year, cashed in his money in the bank and was able to become the world champion. So on one of the grandest stage of them all. I don't know if there was any more eyeballs on wrestling than this past year, especially with The Rock, with Roman Reigns, with Cody Rhodes. It's huge. So if you want something, I highly recommend it. It's about an hour and 4 minutes, and it doesn't even feel like that. I kind of wish that they would have gone longer, because just to see him with the other wrestlers and the camaraderie, and with the legends coming in and giving their stamp of approval, is huge. Highly recommend it. Now, sorry, this isn't an unboxing, but let me know what your take is. Please like, subscribe, talk to your friends, tell your friends to watch us. I'd love to have a conversation starter. So have a great day. Be nice to yourself, be nice to others, and we'll see you on the next time. Have a great day.